Okay, welcome back. Um, I'm gonna put the date we filmed it so that people don't think that I'm sitting in their neighborhood and all that. So this is May 24th. We're at the Pacific Northwest Nomad meetup, and it's raining. So the first thing is what the hell are we gonna do? Well, being me like I am, I always got lots of stuff to do. So on the rain, you won't believe this, but grab a coffee and I'll wait a minute for you. You got your coffee, sit down and you're gonna enjoy. Because like Gus says, I'm gonna tell you stuff that nobody else will tell you. So this is stuff that nobody tells you. Okay? Come with me. When you put your awning up in the rain, they say not to, because it'll fill up with rain and rip, right? So what you do is you lower it on one end, okay? And then all the rain will run off that end, right? That's how to get over that one. You'll see the bottles and the ropes. Now those ropes are just if a wind gust comes up and blows it. You can't put your awning up in high wind and expect them to hold it. It won't do it. But for a wind gust, it works just fine. Now what I do is I have this rope pre-made, and I put a wire tie on the fuel jug, and then when I want to take it off, I just cut it. And on the propane tank, I just tie it on the bottom and then move it out so it's tight. Now, the other thing nobody's going to tell you, Al, come here. See this stitch? This has got the armor guard on the awning. So the armor guard comes over and there's a stitch there with a bead in it. And yes, I don't care what you do, it's going to leak. It's the nature of the beast. They just leak. So when you come out in the rain, you got your awning out and you get that drip of water in your head. You're pissed, right? Well, this is what you do. When it's sunny out, you go along there with either the goop or a clear silicone or something with a membrane. Like not Dicor, that's too big, but just something like silicone or something like that, or even not, you need a little thicker than crazy glue, but just a glue. And then go and glue that seam. Now make sure you try it on the tarp so it doesn't wreck the tarp. But just glue that seam, a little thin bead, right along, and that'll stop the drips from. While we're getting on the drips, you'll know that all the trailers got these little drip rails on it, right? Up top there, you see that, Al? The little drip thing? Here. The little drip things. And in the rain, you hear that, the little drain, it'll come down on a rock or something and make that noise. Well, this is how you get around that one. It doesn't matter what you do. I don't care if you use rope, string, chain, anything. And what you do is you take a bulldog clip, the paper clip, and you tie it on the end, right? You tie it put the rope through there and tie it through like so, right? And then what you do is you clip this on your gutter rail. Now, if you don't have a gutter rail, just clip it somewhere up on the ladder or something, and then you run this rope down through the gutter. And then eventually the water will run right down the rope. I know, stupid shit nobody tells you. But that way, you'll get rid of it. So you just go up there with the paper clip, clip it on the inside so the rope's on the inside, right? Put it like that. The water will start dripping on it. Bob's your uncle. Now the next thing, this is all done in the rain because everybody says you can't do nothing in the rain. Well, we're going to tell you all kinds of stuff. This trailer has not been washed since October of last year. So in the rain is when you wash it. Go get a bucket of soap and just wash it down with dish soap and then let it rain. Go out there in the rain and do it. Well, you can have a shower at the same time. You just wash it down. And then what you do is you get some paper towel. And this isn't a paid advertisement. by any means. Get Windex and just go along and get the bad spots, right? Just take the bad spots off. And then after a while, it just looks like it's never been it's been cleaned. It's not been. This thing hasn't been gone. The other thing you do, and I know people won't like doing it, but you have to do it, is when it's raining out, you go around and look at the roof on the inside. Because that's when it leaks. Some people notice it 2 or 3 days later, but that's when it leaks. So you go and look and see if you can see any wet spots along the roof or drips or anything, right? And then when it dries up, you know where to go. Because people say, well, you can take a garden hose and soak the roof down and check for leaks. It doesn't really work. I'll tell you, a drop of rain will find out anywhere to get in. It will. So that's what you have to remember, is the rain will get in anywhere. Garden hose won't, because it's just different water. It's just different. So, and then it's got the wind going for it, right? So then you go and clean it up, and then you go up, like, remember I did the video on the roof and I showed you up in Lake Havasu how that water was sitting there? Well, that's not really a good thing, but we just offset the trailer to the right a bit to offset that. There's not much you can do with it. You can put silicone and all that, but you got to remember that lip goes underneath. So you just got to you got to watch it, right? And while you're up there, check the roof, make sure. And if your roof's really dirty when it's raining out, I know people don't like the rain, but it's saves you a ton of money. Is you go up there with a bucket of soap and a scrub brush, and you scrub the roof. You don't have to rinse it, just scrub it. It'll rinse when it rains, and then you can get your roof cleaned. Like all this stuff, like nomads don't spend money. That's why I'm telling you this stuff, right? So that's it. The awning I showed you, the drip rails. Now, if you got a roof like ours that makes a ton of noise when it rains, the only thing that matters is that you know the difference. It doesn't matter what I think, it's what you know. And what you do is you go get a tarp, like a 20-foot tarp, or a 40-foot tarp, or a 50-foot tarp, whatever you want. And when it's raining, you drape it over and tie it to trees or wherever you want. Then the rain will hit the tarp instead of the roof, and that way it'll take the noise away. It's kind of cool, but it does work. So yeah. Now, the other thing is that people have generators, and they wonder, what the hell are we going to do with the generator? They go run out and get it because it's cold, wet outside, and I'll show you. You remember them stupid chairs you buy at Walmart or Canadian Tire? Those things that are $5? Now, people spend, believe me, hundreds of dollars on a tent for their generator. Well, I'm going to show you my tent for my generator. All you do, going over here, all you do is you take 2 chairs and tie them together with a strap or with tape, like that. And you just flip them upside down, make sure the exhaust isn't hitting them. Done. You got a generator cover that'll last forever. Remember when it snowed up in Canada? It even keeps the snow off it. Because our generator ran all the time. It was covered in snow, right? So yeah, just take them, tie them together like that, and drop them over. And all you have to do is check the exhaust. Make sure the exhaust is clear, right? That's it. Done. So that's just some ideas on what you could do on a rainy day. Because believe me, there's lots of stuff you can do on a rainy day. That's when you do all the stuff that you don't want to do. Wash your trailer, put up your drip rails, tie your awning down, and all that stuff. Because normally, on a sunny day, your awning's not out. What'd you buy the awning for? To keep the rain off you. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Just tie it up, clean the trailer, put the drip rails on, all kinds of stuff. Don't sit in the trailer. There's lots of stuff to do. So that's all I got for you. I hope you got something out of it. And if you got any ideas that you want, just let me know. Because there's a lot of stuff you can do on a rainy day, believe me. Besides drink coffee, which me and Elle are really good at. But on a rainy day, our 2-hour coffee turns out to be a 4-hour coffee. So it's just stuff you have to do. I'm sorry, you know. So, yeah, I hope you get something out of it. I'll talk to you later.